Now I told you ibadah includes two things: doing whatever Allah has commanded and staying away from whatever that Allah has forbidden. That's a bit difficult, is it not? It's a huge responsibility. It's something very difficult. This is why, you see the next part of the ayah? وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. You alone we ask for help. We know, we understand that we're only to worship you. We are to obey you. We are not to disobey you. But as human beings, we are weak. And we need the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, when it comes time to pray, are we not supposed to get up and pray? Yes, because إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ, whatever Allah has commanded, do it. Allah has commanded you to pray right now, so get up and pray. However, you're in your nice and cozy and warm bed. Who wants to get up right now? It's difficult. This is why إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. So when you find it difficult to pray, when you find it difficult to do anything of the religion, what should you do? Ya Allah, help me. Give me the ability. Give me the strength. Give me the courage. إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. You alone we ask for help. And you see, ibadah, remember, that it doesn't just refer to rituals. Ibadah, worship, doesn't just refer to rituals. It doesn't just refer to, performing the salat, giving the zakat, staying away from eating haram. No. Ibadah includes every good deed, every good word that a person does in a way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes him to do it. And he does it for the sake of Allah. So for example, you're coming here to seek knowledge. You're coming here, sacrificing your weekends, to study the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you do it for the sake of Allah, then what is this act? What is this act? Ibadah, worship. But is it not difficult to come? You might say no. For some people it might be. And it's quite possible that after some time you might find it difficult. Right now, you're in the mood and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. But after some time you're like, I have to do my college, my university, look after my home, whatever. It's too difficult. I can't do it. It's quite possible that these difficulties come in the way. So when these difficulties come in the way, what do we do? Who do we turn to? Allah. إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. Ya Allah, you help me. You brought me here, you take me through this. I cannot do it without your help. I cannot do it without your guidance. And this is very true. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help is not there, we cannot do anything at all. Little things would become impossible. Waking up in the morning to pray would become very difficult. Taking 5 minutes out from your daily routine would become difficult. As we see, it is difficult for many. So when is a person able to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? When he has the help of Allah. This is why when you stand in prayer and you say, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ, say it from your heart. You help me, Allah. Similarly, you want to memorize your lesson. One lady, she raised up her hand. It took her an hour to memorize the lesson. She might get disappointed. 1 hour, and this is only Surah tul Fatiha. إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. You alone we ask for help. At these moments, don't give up. Don't feel weak. Don't complain. But what should we do? Turn to Allah. إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Now if you notice over here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. The word nasta'een is from ayn waw noon, and aun is help, and isti'ana is to seek help from someone, to seek cooperation from someone. For what? In order to do something, in order to get some benefit, in order to ward off some harm. We see in this ayah, إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. You alone we ask for help. Does it mean we cannot ask help from other people? If we say إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ, you alone we ask for help, does it mean I cannot ask you for help, I cannot ask her for help for something that I need? Is that what this means? In a way. It's a bit tricky. Isti'ana, remember, is of two types. Okay? Isti'ana, seeking help, is of two types. One is tafweed. Tafweed is to hand over your affair entirely to someone. So for example, a person is ill, unwell, sick. So what do? They are looking for someone whom they can just hand over their problem to, and they say, you just cure me, you just fix me. You just cure me, you just fix me, you just make me better. Okay? They don't rely on their own power. They don't rely on their own ability. They don't rely on anything. They just rely on that being. That you fix me. You make this better for me. Alright? Now this tafweed, this kind of isti'ana is only permissible with who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second type of isti'ana is musharaka, which is cooperation. That you ask someone to cooperate with you so that you and them together can accomplish something. For example, I want to move this table and I realize I cannot move it myself, so I ask you and you to come to help me, cooperate with me so that we can do it together. Can we do this with people? Yes, we can. So in other words, when it comes to seeking help, we ask people for help in the matters that they can actually help us with. You understand? In the matters in which they can actually help us with. They're able to help us. They have the ability. For example, if a person is dead, they're in the grave, can they do anything for you? They cannot. Who can do something for you? Someone who is alive, someone who has the ability. So we ask people for what they can do, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for what He can do, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do everything. So إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ. This is just like, for example, if you are sick, you go to the doctor, and you expect the doctor to diagnose what problem you're having and give you the medicine. Alright? Now, the doctor can give you the medicine, but can the doctor cure you? Cure is with who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only He gives it. You understand? So, this is a very important thing that we must realize, because sometimes, when we're sick, when we're ill, we just go to one another and we say, just make me better somehow. And we teach it to our children as well. If they get hurt, can you make me better? Can you make me better? Realize that we cannot make other people better. We can help them in some way. Give them a kiss, give them a hug, give them some medicine, right? But we cannot give the shifa. That is only with who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ.
إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ.